So we got a Bronco in today. We're going to be doing an install on all of this fun stuff. So this is our Baja kits suspension, front and rear, as well as King shocks. What you see behind me is Ford Bronco. We've actually had this truck in here before. It's from LGE CTS, and we did our very first kind of test fit with our parts before they went into production, which is what you'll see on here. We already have the upper arms replaced and the rear billet trailing arms. So anyway, today we're going to put on our final product. This truck's going to be going to SEMA, and then we also have one of the very first sets of King shocks that we're going to put on this truck too. Kind of dive into the actual parts of what we got going on. Front suspension. This is going to be our chase kit. This is usually what we refer to it as. So we got our King shocks. These have a lot of cool features on them. So right here we got compression adjusters. We'll show you these a little later too, so you can actually see them on the truck. This knob not just looks nice and shiny, but as you turn it, it can make your ride softer or firmer depending on what you're doing. If you're driving it on the street, if you're going to be going in the dirt, over bumps, all that fun stuff. I do it on my truck all the time depending on what I'm doing. If I'm out in the desert, I usually put it a little firmer. It kind of depends what driving you're doing. They also, you can't really see it in here, but we got finned reservoirs. Pretty unique to King and really cool. You can see here, they're cooling fins, really nice feature. All their pins, these guys are heat treated, so really stout pins. We've worked with some other brands in the past. We had some issues. We've seen these bend on other brands. So we really like the King ones. They are stout. We know we can trust them, and you're never gonna hurt any of those out in the desert. So pretty much it. This is a stock mounting plate, so these days it makes it really easy. These are gonna bolt right into the truck. So these are our billet upper arms, and they're designed specifically for the Bronco and to work with King shocks. They also work with other aftermarket brands. What these guys do is a few different things. When you lift any vehicle and the suspension goes down, right? You lift the truck up, suspension goes down. It changes your caster and the ride characteristics of the truck based off what Ford designed the truck to do from the factory. So as we lift it, we need to correct the caster so you still have a really good road feel and you can drive the thing on a dirt road, a highway, wherever, and it's drivable and comfortable. Anyway, these are here to correct that. One of the other things that these guys do is we have designed them for clearance. So at full droop, right, when the suspension's all the way down, these guys are going to have extra clearance right here in this pocket for the coilover, the hose, the reservoir, everything else. You also get more articulation right here in the uniball. We got 1-inch uniballs, and we have heat-treated stainless steel tapers and spacers. And if you come in right here, you can see we even have a special notch. At full droop, when the suspension's all the way down, this is going to fully pivot, and it's going to give you more articulation than the stock upper control arm that has a ball joint. Again, that comes to more wheel travel, performance, articulation. So along with the King coilover set, it's always nice to get everything you need in a kit. With the Kings, you got these guys. These clamp the reservoirs to the truck. Onto the rear suspension, something kind of unique about a Bronco for most of the trucks that we work on anyway, it's got coilovers on the back. Normally, most pickup trucks would use a leaf spring, and then we have like a piggyback King shock to bolt with it. In this case, there's no leaf springs. You have a rear end, and you get 2 coilovers in the back, which is very cool because one, they're adjustable. You can adjust the height of the back of the Bronco, and we also have the compression adjusters here too. I'm really looking forward to having full adjustability on the back of these for height. We've always been able to do this in the front, but now we can level them, lift them, lower them, really do whatever suits each build and what each customer is trying to do. These are really cool features right here. They protect the shock shafts from rocks. Because they're on the back, you got dirt coming off the front tires. You really want to protect these shafts, right? These are polished, they're really nice, and you don't want to get dings in them, get them pitted or anything like that. So these not only look nice, they protect your coils, protect your seals inside. Just like the front we talked about, fairly similar, just a little different setup. We have studs here, so these are going to go right into the factory location, and they're going to bolt right in. Pairing up with those is something that we make, which are these trailing arms. Really cool feature. We replaced the stock tube, some thin wall tube that they use on the back with some rubber bushings. We replace it with our 1-inch uniballs. This is the same uniball that's used on the front upper control arms I was just talking about, and again, stainless steel misaligns. So with these, you get more articulation. They're a higher quality part, and it's going to last longer than our stock OE rubber bushing. And then even another cool feature here is we're giving you the skid plate. If you're going off-road, you are going to be sliding across rocks. You're going to be hitting things. These are at the bottom of the truck. They're very vulnerable. So these are stock, they're stout, and then you also have this nice piece that we're bolting in here, so you can slide over stuff. These are easily replaceable. We have these on the shelf. If you really damage them up enough after a trip, you can grab another set from us. No big deal. All right, guys, so we just finished installing the Ford Bronco chase kit by Baja Kits. This is the complete kit, front and rear, all done. And again, this is the first one completely installed, and we're all wrapped up here. So we got our upper control arm, our king shock. We gained about 2.5 inches of droop travel. So the suspension is able to droop down more. And on the back here, let's show you what we got. Dual rate coilover from King Shocks, and our Baja Kits trailing arm with a skid plate as well. All this stuff on this is billet, and this is our complete chase kit. In the future, we will be coming out with our pre-runner long travel kit. We'll give you a sneak peek in a second here and kind of show you what that's about, and we'll have another episode on that, show you the install and all that fun stuff. But for right now, this is it. Super happy. Let's get the tires on, get it on the ground, and get this thing outside, see what it looks like. All right, guys, we're all finished here with our part of the LGE CTS Bronco. It's going to the SEMA show. Obviously, it is a work in progress. It is not done. They're going to be working on the Baja Forge bumpers. I believe they already have them kind of all lined up. They're just doing their finishing details, so it's going to go back to them. But as for us, our chase kit is installed front and rear. This particular Bronco, we went big. We put 37s on this one. I think 35 is going to be the standard tire to go with our chase kit on the Broncos, but the 37s absolutely fit. It's really cool looking at Broncos being a new truck. We all get to figure out kind of what works and what doesn't. So anyway, it's almost done. Excited to get this to the show, and really excited to get our company Bronco, if that ever comes, so we can put some suspension on it. All right, guys, so you just saw the chase kit from Baja Kits on the Bronco today. What we also have in the works is our pre-runner long travel kit. Yes, at the moment it is only on a computer, but that's how everything starts over here. So as you can see, this is gonna come with lower control arm and an upper control arm, and it's gonna work with those same King coilovers that you saw on that one. So this truck can actually upgrade to our new long travel kit. Long story short, it's going to be 3 inches wider each side, sheet metal lower control arm, billet upper control arm. That's pretty much it, and we'll show you that as soon as we have some hard parts to work with.